Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel where we untangle the latest, most dramatic twists in the ever-fascinating saga of the British royal family, Today. We step into a high-stakes story, a tale of power, property, and persistence, centered on none other than Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. Behind the walls of Windsor Great Park, whispers have begun to circulate. Whispers suggesting that Fergie is attempting the impossible, a royal real estate swap, her dream to trade the grand and storied royal lodge for the more modest, yet symbolically powerful, Adelaide Cottage. But this ambition, born of hope and perhaps tinged with desperation, seems to be colliding head-on with the cold pragmatism of the new monarch's reign. Royal commentators are already calling foul, arguing that Fergie's grand plan is more fantasy than feasible. Therefore, we dive deeper into the intrigue of who will live where, and why this move is sending shockwaves through royal circles. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss our deep dives into the royal world. For years, the Royal Lodge in Windsor has stood as the unconventional, yet enduring home of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Despite divorcing in 1996, the pair have remained under one roof, famously calling themselves the happiest divorced couple in the world. They made the lodge their official residence in 2008, but what was once a sanctuary has since become a symbol of scandal. Prince Andrew's long-cast shadow, his notorious connection to the late Jeffrey Epstein, has plunged the residence into controversy. Stripped of his military titles and working royal duties, the Duke's fall from grace has placed immense strain not only on him, but on Fergie as well. The Royal Lodge itself is no ordinary home. It's a sprawling, 30-room mansion set in the heart of Windsor Great Park. Once the beloved residence of the Queen Mother, Andrew took on a 50-year lease in 2003, paying millions for its restoration, a deal that once symbolized stability and royal favor. But under King Charles III, the winds have changed. In his mission to slim down the monarchy and cut costs, the lavish lifestyles of non-working royals are under the microscope. The pressure to vacate the lodge has grown undeniable, and for Fergie, it's a ticking clock. Now, as reports suggest, she may be seeking a dignified retreat, a smaller home, a symbolic reset. Her sights are said to be set on Adelaide Cottage, the quaint 4-bedroom residence, nestled within the same estate. But for the Duchess of York, this swap may be less about convenience and more about survival. Now, here's where the story takes an almost surreal turn. The Adelaide Cottage that Fergie reportedly desires isn't just any royal property. It's currently home to the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, along with their 3 young children. The very idea that the Duke and Duchess of York could somehow orchestrate a swap, trading their sprawling 30-room royal lodge for the cozy 4-bedroom home of the future king and queen, has left royal observers utterly stunned. To many, it sounds less like a royal arrangement and more like a royal fantasy. Yet reports of Sarah Ferguson's desire for a crown estate consolation prize refuse to die down, igniting strong reactions from royal experts and those who closely monitor the fragile balance between royal privilege and public perception. At the forefront of this critical storm stands veteran royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams. Never one to mince words, Fitzwilliams painted a picture of a couple strikingly out of touch with the reality of their diminished standing within the monarchy, responding to rumors that Andrew and Fergie might somehow secure 2 smaller royal residences, one for each of them, perhaps even including Adelaide Cottage. Fitzwilliams offered a blistering rebuke. In a statement to the Daily Mail, he said bluntly, if they genuinely believe they could secure 2 separate homes from the Crown Estate, then they are still living in a rather weird fantasy world. It wasn't just a critique of poor planning, it was an indictment, a scathing assessment of a couple unable to grasp just how far their royal influence has fallen. Fitzwilliams didn't stop there. He expressed open astonishment at Sarah Ferguson's continued presence in the public eye, given the persistent controversies surrounding her ex-husband Prince Andrew. I'm surprised that Sarah Ferguson has managed these comebacks, he remarked, before driving home a decisive conclusion. There's no comeback now, she's in disgrace. Those words hit hard. For years, Fergie has tried to rebuild her image through charity work, children's books, and media ventures. But her unbreakable association with Prince Andrew and the lingering shadow of the Epstein scandal have sealed her fate in the eyes of many royal watchers. The doors to official favor, it seems, have been firmly closed. At the heart of this debate lies a fundamental issue: ownership. Both Royal Lodge and Adelaide Cottage are part of the Crown estate, properties ultimately controlled by the monarch on behalf of the nation. Their maintenance, occupancy, and expenses are therefore matters of public concern. And that's where outrage begins to stir. The very suggestion that Sarah Ferguson, who has not been a working royal since 1996, might be granted a new Crown estate home is, in Fitzwilliam's view, completely out of touch with reality. He delivered his final verdict with cutting clarity. There is absolutely no reason she should have her own Crown estate property. Any attempt to grant such a privilege, he warned, would unleash massive public backlash, reigniting the very outrage that the monarchy has been desperately trying to calm. The controversy, as royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams points out, isn't just about property, it's about principle. He described the entire situation as fundamentally unfair, especially in light of Prince Andrew's forced fall from grace. Andrew had to give up the lodge, he noted dryly, so why on earth would they suddenly be given two homes? That single remark captures the public mood, a mix of disbelief and frustration. The argument in its essence is brutally simple. Sarah Ferguson holds no official royal position, and Prince Andrew has been stripped of all formal duties. To grant them continued, taxpayer-supported housing under the Crown estate would be nothing short of political suicide for King Charles, a monarch whose entire agenda revolves around a leaner, more accountable royal family. Fitzwilliams didn't mince words. He drew a sharp parallel between Andrew and Sarah's apparent detachment from reality, calling their expectations completely out of touch, both financially and politically, and perhaps most cuttingly, he observed the emotional toll this situation has taken. They hardly know what they're doing or thinking, he said. It's extraordinary. It's a rare glimpse into what life inside Royal Lodge might feel like right now. A blend of anxiety, confusion, and quiet desperation. Because make no mistake, the clock is ticking. King Charles's determination to have his brother and the Duchess vacate the 30-room mansion has been clear for months. This is not a speculative move, it's a matter of time, driven by financial prudence and the need to preserve royal dignity. The monarch's patience appears to be running out. Beyond finances and politics lies something far more personal, the matter of proximity. The Windsor estate, once envisioned as a peaceful royal enclave, is now at the center of a tense domestic standoff. When the Prince and Princess of Wales relocated to Adelaide Cottage, their move was deliberate, a retreat into simplicity and privacy, a smaller home, closer to their children's school, but still within reach of royal duty. It was about creating a balance, a sanctuary. The prospect of having Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson as immediate neighbors threatens to shatter that delicate peace. Fitzwilliams emphasized this point sharply, reminding the public of the couple's once charming boast. They were the happiest divorced couple in the world. Now, under immense royal pressure, even that unique arrangement seems to be falling apart. The couple, it appears, may soon be forced to separate their living arrangements for good. Perhaps the most striking claim from Fitzwilliams concerns the future king and queen themselves. He stated bluntly, "Now, it seems even they want to separate, and the Wales certainly won't want them as neighbors." It's not hard to see why. Prince William is laser-focused on protecting the monarchy's future and his family's image. Any proximity to scandal, however indirect, risks undermining that stability. If there's one thing William and Kate won't tolerate, Fitzwilliams declared, it's Andrew and Fergie next door. The concern is justified. Having the Duke and Duchess of York, magnets for controversy and media speculation, living within shouting distance of Adelaide Cottage would invite chaos. It would erode the very privacy the Wales family sought, complicate security logistics, and give the tabloids an irresistible narrative, the royal family's future living side by side with its most troubled past. Therefore, any move by Sarah Ferguson to secure a nearby property, especially one so close to the future king's residence, isn't just a matter of real estate, it's a direct challenge to the priorities and protective instincts of Prince William himself. The pressure surrounding Royal Lodge appears to have finally done what years of separation could not: bringing an end to one of the royal family's most unusual living arrangements. For decades, Prince Andrew and the Duchess of York shared a home despite their divorce, calling themselves the happiest divorced couple in the world. But that arrangement now seems to be collapsing under the weight of relentless scrutiny and financial uncertainty. A close friend of the Duchess, speaking to the Sunday, confirmed the seriousness of the situation, saying, "It's incredible that they're finally ready to go their own separate ways." The source explained that the couple has been under immense pressure all year, from financial worries to the constant media attention surrounding Royal Lodge. This separation, the friend insisted, isn't about personal conflict, but rather about survival. It's a strategic retreat, a necessary pause in an exhausting, highly public existence. In their eyes, it's an opportunity for healing, rebuilding, and perhaps finally finding peace outside the royal bubble. If Sarah Ferguson is indeed forced to find a new home, it will mark the true end of her semi-official status within the royal estate, cutting her final residential tie to Windsor and confirming her as a fully independent figure, reliant solely on her own ventures. The ongoing property saga surrounding Sarah Ferguson is more than a personal story. It's a reflection of a monarchy in transition under King Charles III. The days of comfortable accommodation for non-working royals, especially those surrounded by scandal, are clearly over. What began as a hopeful attempt to swap Royal Lodge for Adelaide Cottage has been exposed, as commentators like Richard Fitzwilliams put it, as a fantasy. The reality is clear. The Duke and Duchess of York are facing an imminent departure from Royal Lodge. Neither King Charles nor Prince William has any intention of granting them separate, subsidized Crown estate homes. The financial and public relations risks are simply too great. Ironically, the pressure of reform has done what divorce never did. It has separated the once happiest divorced couple in the world. While it may mark a painful turning point for Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew, it also symbolizes a new era for the Crown, one focused on accountability, fiscal responsibility, and protecting the integrity of the royal family's future. We are witnessing a shift, a monarchy redefining who truly belongs within its walls and who must now seek their own path beyond the gates of Windsor. What are your thoughts on this evolving royal drama? Do you believe Sarah Ferguson deserves another Crown estate home, or do you agree that her royal chapter should now fully close? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for our next deep dive into the unfolding story of the British royal family. Thank you for watching.